Okay.
So these are what we need to embroider the daisy design. Of course, embroidery threads. I think these are from the brand DMC. I am not sure because I borrowed this from my grandma. Next is our sewing kit, and of course the short that we will be embroidering the daisy into. I am going to use sewing thread as well to make sure that you can also do it if you don't have embroidery threads. Just giving you options though. And I'm going to use this yellow embroidery thread. I am now marking the shorts where to put the daisies, and I actually changed it and decided to use the right pocket cause why not. Here you can see that I am using a centavo coin just to make sure every daisies have the same sizes. It is also up to you how big or small you want, so adjust it with your liking. I also drew another small circle in the middle for the yellow stigma. So it is really up to you where would you put the daisies. And time lapse. I tried multiple times where to place the daisy just to make sure it will come out well. Plus, I do really advise to mark it first before embroidering it directly so you won't regret it after. These are the few tools that we only need, and I made sure that everyone can do it without embroidery hoop. I am just going to use a needle, the normal one and not the embroidery needle since I don't know where I placed that. But of course, we can still embroider without that, so let's get started. Cut your desired length, and the embroidery floss consists of 6 normal threads, and in order for that to fit in the needle, I separated them. As you can tell, I'm having a hard time, really. And oops, yes, a mess. But that is okay, let's just fix it. Now we are ready to start stitching. To stitch the center of the flower, I went through the back of the fabric and then I brought the needle back down and pulled the thread all the way through. Just bring it up and down until you will form a knot. I just really did that over and over again, and I don't know if there's a method with this. I am using my thumb to push the needle because the denim is way too thick. As you can see, it is already forming a knot, so I guess it is not a fail. But wait, later. To finish this off, I tied a couple of knots in the thread and cut off the excess threads. Now it is time for the petals. But just a disclaimer, the first one that I did is a fail, but I still got it Afterwards, since practice makes perfect, it is okay to fail since we're just only beginners. I brought my needle with a white thread this time up to the front just on the outside of the yellow circle. I pulled the thread and inserted it right next to the spot where the needle just went up earlier. And I pushed the needle through, but only halfway. Then wrap the thread in the needle like this. It will create a petal shape, but the first petal is a fail and that is okay. Since we're only beginners and still we can make it up. I think I pushed the needle too close, that's why it looks like this. But later on, I got the hang of it and I felt like I'm an expert. Don't judge me. And this is the part where I finally got the perfect technique, so time lapse. I am just filling in the petals since we're only using thread and it's not that thick enough. That's why I needed to do this. And just like that, you're already forming a petal. Just be careful not to sew the other part of the fabric since you can't use your pocket if you did that. Also mind your fingers not to hurt them, so be really extra careful. Again, once you pull the thread, this time up to the front just on the outside of the yellow circle, pull the thread and insert it right next to the spot where the needle just went up earlier. And secure that by pulling down the thread on the top of the petal. As you can see, the petal is getting better than the first one. The first taste is finished. This is how it looks like. It looks so cute and I feel so proud. Now I am going to do the second tasty. Just repeat the steps that we did a while ago. But this time I'm just doing whatever techniques that I think because it's hard since what we are embroidering to the pocket is lower than the first one. But of course, I'm still following the circle in the middle, even if I'm just doing whatever techniques I think. And surprisingly, it is forming a knot better. This one is actually better than the first one. And again, repeat the same method. Bring your needle up to the front and insert it right next to the spot. Then push the needle through but only halfway. Wrap the needle in the thread and it will create a petal shape, and you're going to secure that by pulling the thread down on the top of the petal. this is how it looks like. I am still missing petals on the third daisy, but I did that off cam. And this is how it looks like after. It is easy to make, perfect. If you are bored, then do this to kill your time. I am very happy with the result that I got, and I will definitely wear this.
Breaking news got me breaking. I was present, hopeless, praying. Struck down at 20, plenty left to put behind you. You ain't peaked, never speaking, now they speaking about you, leave it alone. Hope you grinning while you watch your bros on some sofa sunny shit.